What's up guys, my name is Ace, and it looks like we might finally be seeing a change with the way that the Season Pass and the DLC packs work this time around with Black Ops 4, and I feel like this has been a long time coming with Call of Duty. As always, since I am showing pre-alpha gameplay here, big thank you to Activision for flying me out so I could capture gameplay early. Keep in mind though, this gameplay is actually from a friend of mine, E. coli Espresso. Since we are able to only show a certain amount of gameplay from each map, and I've already kind of covered my gameplay, he was kind enough to share some of his gameplay as well, so we can just get a bit more variety in there. So I will leave a link to his YouTube channel down below if you want to go check out some of his Black Ops 4 content. Alright guys, so getting into the topic here, traditionally for the past many years in Call of Duty, we've always had a Season Pass, and that generally comes with 4 map packs throughout the year. These map packs would generally consist of 4 multiplayer maps, as well as a zombies map. At least for the past several years, there's been a zombies map included. With these games, you could buy a Season Pass, or you could buy an edition of the game, like the Deluxe Edition, that would give you the Season Pass, and with that, all of the map packs would be included for you throughout the year, and you would generally save about $10 to $15 compared to if you just bought those map packs individually. This Season Pass was a huge selling point for Call of Duty, and they often used it to upsell the product so that they could increase their overall game sales at launch. You would always see in every promotional material up until launch, they were always really pushing that Season Pass or that Deluxe Edition. They wanted to upsell you so you were spending more money, and that would reflect in their sales at launch. This time around with Black Ops 4, we've had a full multiplayer reveal and pre-orders are open. They are currently accepting pre-orders. There hasn't been one mention whatsoever of any sort of a Season Pass. This is a very strong indication that we will not be seeing the traditional model with the DLC packs and the Season Pass with Call of Duty this year. And I think this has been a long time coming. I think this topic really started coming up about 3 years ago or so. People really started to bring up the fact that this model is outdated. It used to work really well with like Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3. Back in those days, this DLC model worked great for Call of Duty, but things have changed. Loot boxes are now out. Microtransactions are out, and this is increasing sales significantly post-launch. The entire industry has shifted away from that DLC model where you're trying to sell DLC packs after launch, and it's more so about player retention because the more people that are playing your game for a longer period of time, the more supply drops and the more microtransactions you're going to sell. For the past several years, Call of Duty has been kind of double dipping, where they're still selling a Season Pass, they're still selling map packs, but on top of that, they're also selling these loot boxes. Well, it has been working pretty well for them when it comes to their sales, and they've generated a ton of revenue from these loot boxes. It doesn't appear that this model is going to be sustainable for them much longer, especially with all the competition that's out there right now. Call of Duty has finally lost its top spot as like the biggest game for casual players, and it's finally got a lot of competition staring them down. So they really need to shift that focus on player engagement as well as player retention, and then they can rely on their loot box or their microtransaction sales from there. I think another reason that they may be moving away from the Season Pass model is it's going to be harder for them to justify that full price if they don't have campaign in the game. This is now going to be a game with just multiplayer, zombies, and a battle royale mode. So charging the full standard price as well as a Season Pass price or a Deluxe Edition price on top of that, I think it would be a lot harder for them to justify that. So I think this may have contributed to a decision to potentially just include the Season Pass for everybody. This is what I'm really hoping for, at least. Keep in mind this isn't confirmed at this point, it's just that the signs seem to point to this. It appears that DLC, at least for multiplayer and the map packs, will be included for free for everyone that purchases the game. Now, there's been a lot of talk and rumors that zombies will now have the Season Pass, so if you want to get the zombies maps, you do have to pay for them, but if you want the multiplayer map packs, they just come for free. I think this would be a pretty good model, and I think it's been a long time coming for Call of Duty. One of the primary reasons I really dislike the Season Pass model and the DLC pack model, where you have to buy individual DLCs or you buy that Season Pass, is it really split up the player base in multiplayer. Instead of just having everybody playing together, you now have a pool of players that don't have DLC, you have a pool of players that only buy certain DLC packs, but not all of them, and then you have the other pool of players that buy all of the DLC packs, so this will be all the Season Pass holders, as well as people that just purchase every DLC pack individually. This can create a lot of issues with matchmaking, because now the game tries to put you with people that have the same amount of DLC packs that you have, and the same DLC packs that you have, which means that you're drawing from a smaller pool of players, which can absolutely have an impact on your matchmaking time as well as your connection in-game. So personally, I really hope they're going in this direction with DLC map packs in the future. It looks like we will likely still see exclusivity when it comes to people getting those maps on PS4 before Xbox and PC, because they have announced that their partnership will continue with PlayStation. But my big hope is, and the signs seem to point to the fact that we will be getting map packs for free. Another thing that has me thinking about this, if they are removing that, where are they going to make up for this revenue? I think this is really going to be in Blackout, which is the Battle Royale mode for Black Ops 4. I think they're going to monetize this one pretty heavily when it comes to skins. They already talked a lot about this, like we're going to have access to zombie character skins, as well as skins from various people in campaigns from previous Black Ops games. There's a lot of opportunity for them to monetize this area, and I'm totally fine with that as long as it doesn't become pay to win. If it's cosmetic, that's totally fine by me. I actually hope they just straight up copy Fortnite's model. If you want to buy skins directly with COD points, I think that would be cool for those that want to do that. And I also wouldn't mind seeing a battle pass type model for that, where you pay into a battle pass that lasts for a limited time. It gives you unique challenges that you can work towards to allow you to unlock unique customization options. I think if they did something like that, that would easily make up for the revenue that they'd be losing for not having a season pass. And if anything, I think it would actually significantly increase their revenue over the year. So those are my thoughts on that. I think they are going to be going in this direction, and I kind of hope they do, as long as things remain fair for the consumer as well. I'm interested to see how they handle their loot boxes and everything for multiplayer in this game. I don't think they'll take a step all the way back to Black Ops 3. I don't see that happening. I think they've kind of learned their lessons over the years. So I really hope they keep things fair for the consumer. They give us some sort of a salvage or a parts or an armory credit type system where, yes, you can put those guns in supply drops, but also give us an option to earn those guns by playing the game and completing challenges. And with that, I'd like to know what you guys think about all this in the comment section below. Do you like the idea of them scrapping the season pass and including the map packs for everybody that buys the game? Do you like the idea of, in their Battle Royale mode, just basically copying Fortnite's model and making it so if you want skins, you just straight up purchase them? And also, what sort of loot box system would you prefer out of all of the previous Call of Duty games? Which was your favorite loot box system, and which do you think would be most consumer friendly this time around? If you enjoyed the video, a like rating is always appreciated, and don't forget to subscribe for more if you haven't already. I'll talk to you guys next time.